Today, on 8th of December, as I shoot the video, the Indigo stock went down by almost 10%. And I'm sure everyone must have a lot of questions in their mind as to what went wrong with the stock today. Why did the stock go down by such a big percentage? In fact, if I'm talking about the stock movement from 1st of December till 8th of December, the stock has gone down by almost 16%. Many of you, including me, we have consumed a lot of content about what has happened with Indigo, but still, do we need one more video from me? Answer is yes. Because in today's video, we are going to focus on top 3 points. Number one, was the Indigo's crisis sudden? Number two, we are going to focus on the Q3 probable results of Indigo. And number three, we are going to talk about what does technical analysis of Indigo tell us. Now let's address the very first question as to whether Indigo's crisis was all of a sudden, and answer is no. Well, what has happened to my cheek? That has happened all of a sudden. Got my tooth extracted and it blew up into this. But Indigo's situation didn't blow up to what it is today just overnight. What happened was back in January 2024, certain regulations were passed, and these were about FDTL, which is about flight duty time limitations. Basically, the thought process for this was to reduce the pilot fatigue. Is this extremely important? Answer is obviously yes, because if there is a fatigue for the pilot, it's not only about his safety, it's about the crew's safety and it's about the passenger safety as well. What was done was overall international standards, Indian standards were compared, and ultimately certain rules and regulations were brought in place, which ensured that pilots are well rested and also they will have good rest, especially at night timing. So certain, if I were to give you certain highlights of these regulations in January 2024, they said that what is night time? Night time now, original definition was only from 12 to 5, but they extended it to 12 to 6. Also, it was mentioned that pilots could do only 2 landings per week, which earlier was at 6 landings per week. And the list still goes on. Okay. So, just to wrap this up, basically, what happened because of this was that if pilots are to be rested more, automatically with the current number of flights, will the number of pilots and number of flights match? Answer is no. Correct? Then you will say that, Rachna, then this should have happened back in January 24, because these rules, these regulations were of January 24. The big thing is that though they came in January 24, they were not implemented. Then ICPA said that okay, when is this going to be implemented? And that's where you can see one more PDF that I pulled up for you. Questions were asked as to when will this implemented, and ultimately it was told that it will be implemented in 2 phases. 1st July was the implementation for phase 1, and 1st of November was the date for implementation of phase 2. Now, the time these got implemented, as I told you, there is now going to be a imbalance between number of pilots and number of flights. July to October 2025, what happened was that Indigo actually handled it, but some cracks started showing in. The big pain started in November 25, where 1,232 flights got cancelled, mainly due to the pilot rest rules, mainly because of the imbalance between number of pilots and flights. December starts the big story now. December 2nd to 4th, again, cancellations increased. We also heard certain news that there were some technical glitches as well. Anyways, but December 5th, 2025 was really a bad day in our Indian aviation history, because more than 1,000 flights were cancelled in a single day, and this became like a classic example of how one airline, which holds more than 60% market share, can actually impact the entire movement of people in a country. Now, one more question which immediately hits our mind is that okay, we understood that the regulations came in January 24. Ultimately, phase 1 implemented in July 25. Second phase of implementation, November 25, December 25, we saw the fiasco. But why was only Indigo hit so hard? Everyone understands that Indigo basically works in a very lean operation. Basically, they will not have few number of pilots on bench, not like IT industry, right? So they'll have extremely lean staffing, and if such rules are introduced, obviously it will impact the operations of the airline. Question number 2 definitely comes to your mind is that why didn't they hire more pilots? Even I got to know about this, that for general people like you and me, when we switch jobs, generally 30 days is our notice period, but for pilots it's 6 months. So ideally should they have utilized the time from January 24 till day to hire more and more pilots, but looking at the fiasco, it seems that they didn't recruit enough number of pilots. And the last point is crazy, where right now they were knowing that they have less number of pilots to operate the flights. Instead of reducing the flights, they increased the flights by 900 extra flights for the winter season of 2025. So, all in all, just to sum up Indigo's press releases in December, they said that we typically operate with 400 plus airlines, which operate 2,300 plus daily flights. This got reduced to 1,650 flights per day. December 5, almost 1,000 plus flights cancelled. December 6, they said they moved up to almost 1,500 flights. December 7th, 1,650 plus flights operated, and they have mentioned that till December 10th, the flights will get stabilized. If flights stabilize, the question is, will the Q3 results also stabilize or will they get impacted? Now let's understand about the Q3 impact. Will it have a negative impact? Ideally, yes. Okay. Now, how crazy could the impact be? For that, we'll have to do some basic number crunching as well. Okay. We'll just try to do it from a layman's perspective. Okay. We're not going to go absolutely technical. Now, what they have mentioned is they typically operate 2,300 flights in a single day. Okay. So if I were to just do a basic math, 2,300 in a day multiplied by 90, because we are talking about a Q3 number, right? So in 90 days they will be flying 2,07,000 flights. Okay, now out of 2,07,000 flights, only 5,000 flights roughly were cancelled. Okay, now if I were to compare, okay, we will have to do certain assumptions. Assume that there were 2,07,000 flights, 2,07,000 flights even for the previous Q3, that is Q3 2024. For these many number of flights, the total revenue or the total top line was 22,111. Now question is, if I were to reduce 5,000 from this number, how much would be their revenue? And that is the number you are looking at. This number is barely a 2 to 3% drop from December 2024 numbers. And if they have increased the ticket price, then maybe there may be, I mean, there may not be even, there may not be any drop also. So, all in all, if you were to ask me, if I were to do absolute base level calculation, worst case scenario, we may see a revenue drop of somewhere between 2 to 3, or let's say 2 to 4%, not more than that. Okay, problem is with the profitability. Now why am I saying that? Because will they have to repay a lot of amount? Yes. Will they also have to ensure that all the fixed costs, something like hangar fees, the parking fees, the crew salary, all these anyways needs to be paid? This is, see, whenever we say we get a benefit of an operating leverage when fixed costs are high, similarly it can also act in a negative way when your revenue drops. And if your fixed costs are as, because they are fixed costs, right, because they're going to remain the same, ultimately your profitability will also get, I mean, magnified in a negative way. So your losses basically, in simple words, okay, forget it, in simple words, if your revenue drops by, let's say, 2 to 4%, your profits may drop higher than that. Okay, that is what is the impact of operating leverage. Okay, so I hope you have understood. All in all, to sum up, what will happen with Q3? General absolute base level calculations, revenue may drop in the range of 2 to 4% if prices are not adjusted, and if I'm talking about profitability, may hamper more than 2 to 4%. Now let's move on with the ultimate part, which is technical analysis. And you might be like, Rachna, today the stock has fallen down by more than 10% and we can't see this on the chart because the chart is 3 months old. SEBI regulations, everyone knows that, right? Okay, and we follow it to the T, don't we? Okay, so first things first, we have to always remember that whenever we are talking about a swing high, earlier a resistance, now it becomes a support. So which is a swing high? Let me mark this here. Okay, so this was a high, then again this was a high, so this acted as a resistance, broke out, took a support here, again broke out, again a support here, and it started to rally, and I can't show you what happened after that. So what you have to understand is, earlier a resistance will now act as a support. Now this level is at 5,000 rupees. What you have to check, because I can't tell what is the price and anything right now, but you have to check whether this support has been broken or not, because ideally this is a big support. This dates back to 12th of September 2024, right? This is where We had seen the resistance earlier. Okay, 1%. If this is broken, then what? We can say that this is, I'll just adjust this a little bit. This is one more swing high. This comes to around 4,700 levels. Okay, so this is what I would also watch out for, because again, once a resistance, then a support. Beautifully, every time you can see that. Okay, then it has gone up. Okay, one more point that I would want to check is that in one more situation, maybe I would also want to join all the lows, and then I would want to just extend this by joining these lows. Okay, right now you may see this at 4,300, but my cursor is 22nd January 22nd August 2025. So you'll have to pull this and see at the current date what does this price point come up to. Okay, so I hope you have understood earlier a resistance, now a support. Based on that, 5,000. Based on that, 4,700. Do your homework, pull this line and see where the actual number comes up to. So I hope you have understood the technical analysis very well. Well, I hope you understood the answers to all three questions. What went wrong with the overall industry, specifically Indigo as well. Number two, about the Q3 numbers. And number three, about technical analysis. Like my cheek pain, I feel that this will recover soon, but I hope that Indigo's pain also recovers pretty soon. If you found value in today's video, please don't forget to smash the like button. Please don't forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye. You might have come across such advertisements on various social media platforms. Please note, all of these are fraudsters promising unbelievable returns through stock tips. I don't provide any calls or advisory services. I provide only educational content through my social media handles and through my website rachanaranade.com and rachanaranade.in.